Okay, starting basic, you can actually use the Shortcuts app to place phone calls right from your Mac. When run, the shortcut will ask you for a phone number. Type it in, hit enter, and your Mac will directly dial it using the mobile network of your iPhone. And to take this one step further, you can use the speed dial shortcut. Before use, customize it by adding your most called contacts like family members or friends. Again, you can then add it to your dock by right-clicking it and selecting Add to Dock. Now, each time you run the shortcut, you can choose a person from that list and instantly call them right from your Mac. And there's a lot more where that came from. Here are 12 actually useful shortcuts that help you get the most out of that severely underrated Shortcuts app, going from beginner to pro to master. Plus, in between, I will try to show you 7 ways you can run shortcuts on your Mac, because running them from the dock is just the beginning. Alright, you know how on YouTube there's this playback speed feature for when you want to adjust the tempo of a video. It would be quite amazing if you could do that with videos on any website, right? Well, if you share your current website to the Shortcuts app and from here run the playback speed shortcut, then you can use this pop-up window to slow down or speed up any video on any website across the internet. Now, quick recap. If you want to see this one and other shortcuts when sharing websites, you'll have to add them to your share sheet in the Shortcuts app first. But it's really easy. Just drag and drop any shortcut into the share sheet folder in the sidebar. You now find those shortcuts not only when sharing websites in Safari, but when sharing content from any app across your Mac, like Notes or Photos. And that's especially helpful when a shortcut should react to an input you give it. So just for example, you could add a shortcut that when you select a live photo and run it, it instantly converts it into a single looped GIF. Or GIF?
GIF.
Alright, thanks. In the GIF shortcut settings, you can even customize the seconds for each photo or frame and adjust the created GIF's size, or choose that the shortcut should ask for those settings each time you create a new GIF. Now, that's all fun and games, but those sharing shortcuts become really useful in the Finder. When you need to send multiple files to a colleague like these images, right-click, hover over Quick Actions, and choose the zip and email shortcut. It instantly compresses the files into a single location and attaches them to a new email. There it is. You'll find the shortcut in the Quick Actions by, again, dragging and dropping it from all shortcuts into the Quick Actions folder. Oh, and before I forget, just below, you find the menu bar folder. Now, this one really is a game changer. Throw a shortcut into that one and you'll unlock a Shortcuts app icon up there in your menu bar. For starters, having shortcuts in your menu bar is great for running app launcher shortcuts, like this passwords one. It instantly takes you to your saved iCloud Keychain passwords, so you don't have to manually look for them in the Settings app. But to take this one step further, if you end up multitasking with the same apps every time, why not configure this app launcher shortcut? Insert those 2 apps into the shortcut, and if you want, you can add more open app actions to auto-launch further apps in the background. And then, every time you run the shortcut here from the menu bar, your 2 chosen apps are directly opened in split screen, ready for you to go. And if you don't feel pro already, then I think you will after this. If you type "Start my next meeting" into Spotlight Search, which by the way is the 5th way to run shortcuts on your Mac, so we're making good progress, then the following happens. Your Mac scans your calendar for upcoming video calls and automatically joins the next scheduled one, provided you've added a link to your calendar event. Plus, as a bonus, the shortcut turns on Do Not Disturb and opens a new note, making you look ultra prepared in less than a second. And shortcuts like this one also work great on your desktop. To give you some context, with macOS Sonoma, we finally have interactive desktop widgets. To add one, right-click an empty space, select Edit Widgets, scroll down to Shortcuts, and drag and drop any widget size onto your desktop. But you notice a problem with this. The widget will just display your most recent shortcuts. So to customize the ones you want to see here, return to the Shortcuts app, create a new folder, and drag and drop all your wanted shortcuts there. Back on the desktop, right-click the Shortcuts widget, select Edit, and choose this new just created folder, which means that the widget now only presents shortcuts from there. If you ever remember something in your free time you need to follow up at work, and vice versa, to get it out of your head, you can use the Remind Me at Work shortcut. It asks you to type in your idea or whatever it is, and then creates a location-based reminder with that. So as soon as you reach your work address, all your Apple devices will send you a reminder with the thing you typed in. And for the other way around, there's also a Remind Me at Home shortcut. At number 3 though, one shortcut that I started using all the time is the RSS feed one. You see, it allows you to stay up to date by always sourcing the newest articles of your favorite news websites, while it's at the same time not distracting you with hundreds of recommendations like you would get when visiting their homepage. You just need the RSS link of any website that supports it, and then return to the Shortcuts app and add it in the configuration options. You then basically have a mini RSS reader app, so you can see the latest articles of your added websites and open and read any of them in your browser. Now it's time to step it up once more, because the ultimate master trick is running shortcuts using keyboard shortcuts. This is certainly the fastest way possible. Double-click any shortcut, click the info icon in the rightmost sidebar, and you can configure a custom key combination. For example, for this Share Nearby shortcut, whenever you want to AirDrop a file from your Mac, select it and then simply press your customized key combination, and you can instantly send over the file to another Apple device. But even more useful than this is the Eject disk shortcut. When you've got the same external drive connected to your Mac all the time, say through a docking station, and you always have to eject them one by one before disconnecting your Mac, simply run the Eject disk action using any customized keyboard shortcut, and all your external drives are instantly ejected at once. Make sure to first set up this shortcut by adding your disks in the Shortcuts app. But if you don't want to remember another keyboard shortcut, you can also use this tiny but immensely helpful disk management tool sitting in your menu bar. Simply right-click the icon and all your connected drives will be ejected at once. If you want to know where to get that tool plus discover 8 even more useful Mac apps, you should watch this video next. Alright, I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.